All right, so now we're going to talk about 4A, Division One. Who do we have?
You know, in Division One, you know, you've got Denton Ryan, like we've talked about earlier, against Birdville. And
Right.
Without a doubt, the Xavier Turner, the running back, who's, you know, 6'1", 210, sort of looks like an Emmitt Smith, you know, body type wise, kind of stocky. Right. He's not that fast. In the same way Emmitt, but nobody catches him. It's one of those sort of deals, and he runs up the middle so much, and he's so strong that what you see on his runs is he's 7 yards past the line of scrimmage, and nobody has the angle on him, and he's fast enough to where you don't get caught. He's scored 40-something touchdowns. Ryan is really an interesting team. They're good, but they don't have near the wow factor that they had a couple years ago when they lost to a Waco Midway team that ended up playing in the state championship game. They've got Mitchell Bridges, who's a really good quarterback. They've got a big play guy in Trent Willis, who's no relation to the Willis that played, Justin Willis that played a couple years ago. Right. Then he went to SMU, but they just have the same last name, but they're both big play guys. So it's interesting. And one thing about Denton Ryan that we're sort of following is as that school district goes, Ken Purcell, who's been the AD for 16 years, he's supposed to retire at the end of the year, and so that always starts who's going to replace him? Right. And you know, Joey Florence may not be ready to be the AD. Well, but you can't wait. That job doesn't open, you know.
That's true. And I think you put an article together about that. You were telling to put something up on the web about that.
Yeah, we wrote last week, even before the Fossil Ridge game. There's a lot of talk of, you know, any game could be Florence's last game. And he's a great coach. He'll be a Texas Hall of Honor coach. He's got a great background, an innovative coach, but a fundamental coach. Mm-hmm. You know, he's an offensive guy, but you know, he's known for defenses, and you know, so he's you know, not one-dimensional, and he gets along really well with players. The transition of blending old school, new school, you know, Coach Flo is one of the best at doing that.
Former assistant AD at Plano is over at Birdville now, Kris Ferris.
Yes.
And so I guess this is, he's probably going to claim success for their football program this
That's
year,
right. I'm sure Xavier was there, I think, before Kris got there, but you do what you have to do to say, well, I told them about the stretch play they didn't know about.
That's right. Well,
or how to do this or how to do that.
Kris is a buddy of ours, so we just want to give a shout out to him.